All right, this is a case study, an example of Spenny Eyewear, who we worked with. This is a classic example of something else being broken, not the ads, and I'm going to walk you through what we did over the course of a couple months to help Spenny sell more here. So this is some screenshots of what their website looks like from the mobile version, which is where they got most of their traffic. It's a clean website. It's actually a little bit of background. This is a drop ship website. So all these sunglasses are not held, they don't hold inventory in stock. They have a lot of flexibility with order volume and capacity and making a lot of edits. So they sold sports sunglasses like this, the wide lens, like Oakley, Pit Viper kind of style and feel. And they did really, really well. So this is a screenshot of their ad account in, let's see, so October through November 2023. So you can see here I've highlighted, I just want to look at the funnel metrics here. So they spent $5.5 thousand. That got them link clicks directly to the website. So 6,360 website visits. Out of those 6.3K visitors, 346 of them added to cart. Of that, 210 proceeded to checkout, and bottom of the funnel, only 91 purchased. So add to cart, 5%. Initiated checkout, of that 5%, 60% of them, so he lost just below half, went to checkout. And then of that 60%, 43%, but a grand total on the website of 1.4% completed checkout. So that, by the way, a 1.4% is pretty bad. We can do better than that. That's going to waste a lot of advertising dollars if your website's converting at a 1.4%. So here's what the problem was. We're running their ads. They're not getting good results. So instantly the problem is, what's going on with my ads and what are you doing wrong? Because I'm paying you good money to do it right. So the click-through rate was good. The cost per click was good. The CPMs were really good. Everything was really affordable. On the ad side, we were seeing that we were running good quality traffic at a very effective cost to the website. So then we had to do some discovery here and find out why then is such a large majority of people showing interest but not following through on that interest and completing a checkout. So this is what we did. This is 6 months later, May 1st through May 31st. They spent even less, actually, 3.8K in spend there. So they spent $2,000 less, and their purchase conversion value was $7,000, and their conversion value here was $5.7,000. So they spent less and made more, improving the entire funnel. So, and I used this example this month because they had about the same amount of link clicks, 1,000 less. And with that, they had a higher add to cart, higher checkouts, and a significantly higher purchase in ROAS. Their break-even ROAS was about a 1.25 or 3. So though a 1.8 is small, that was actually pretty profitable for them at scale. So there's a couple ways we did this. We realized when we looked in the back end on their Shopify, there was a couple things happening. People were showing huge interest, like 500, 600 people add to cart that month. But then of that, only a small portion of them were actually completing checkout. So that told us, okay, the issue here is friction at the checkout. So what's going on? So first what we did is we said, hey, can we afford to offer free shipping? The answer was yes. Instead of charging the client an extra $3 for shipping, we could cover that ourselves and maybe even jack up the price of the product $1 or $2 to compensate. So they changed it to free shipping, which instantly boosted 0.5%. Sometimes people just don't want to pay for shipping. That's a big deal. They're ready to spend $50, but not $55 if that 5 is for shipping. Secondly, we found out, hey, they looked at their margins and said, we might be able to get away with being profitable selling a higher volume because we have a huge leak here. Tons of people want our product. We can tell from the add to carts, but nobody's buying our product. So this is what we found out the issue was. They were charging an average order value of $75 to $85 for sunglasses. A highly competitive market. You're going against people like Gooder, Ray-Bans, Oakley, Pit Viper, even the lower end of that, Pit Viper. and they just didn't have a name or a brand or an established presence. They had only been around a couple years. So usually when people are ready to spend ballpark $100 on sunglasses, they already know who they're going to. So it's hard to get their attention. So they decided, hey, let's actually half off. They were trying to make high margins, but it just for the last year was just killing them. So they went through the website and added a 50% off sale on everything indefinitely. Now, you got to be careful because that can cheapen the brand or make it seem like it's not worth what they're getting. But they were kind of already in the state of getting slammed for the last year. People weren't buying because they weren't willing to pay that. And overnight, the very next day, that's when we start to see these results. Volume doubled. So they were selling their glasses for half the price, but they were selling twice as much, and they were doing it way faster. So that's actually how we boosted these guys without spending more money. We made them more money. So when we're running your ads in Meta, we're not just going to push the campaign and then cross our fingers and hope that you can start to sell. We're going to look at everything. Is the content, the creative, and the hook engaging, enticing? Are people clicking on it? Is the campaign optimized? Is it hitting your right target? And then if that's looking good, but you're still not making sales, we're going to look at the website. Does it need to look cleaner, more professional? Is it, here, let's come to some of the examples down here. Are we lacking authority? Do we need reviews, images, social proof? Maybe an about page about the founder. What's the cart friction? Is it shipping costs? Is it glitchy? Is it a technical bug in the website? What's making it difficult for people to go from adding to cart to completing checkout? Maybe it's a combination of all of these. Maybe it's just the offer in general. It's too much. Can you afford to do a little less? I had another client who was selling blankets, and these blankets cost him about $18 to make and $10 to ship. So he's in at $28, and he was selling them for $140. So $120 profit sounds nice, but not if you're selling anything. Could you sell those for $80, almost half price, and still make a big margin? Yeah, like over $50 margin. So those are some things to think about when you're not selling. 3 pieces to the puzzle: content and creative, ad campaign, structure and setup, and then finally website conversion rate. Are we converting high? Okay, that's it for today. If you'd like to book a call with me, learn more about how I can help your e-commerce business thrive like we helped Spenny, just send me a DM on LinkedIn, send me an email, or comment here. Thanks.